There's one Canva feature that I've been using a lot lately, and I'm not sure how many people realise that it's there. I only discovered it recently, but now I can't stop using it. So I've been using Canva's Magic Studio tools for a long time, and I use things like the Magic Grab tool, editing text, generating backgrounds, removing objects, and most recently they added an additional feature where you can turn your image into multiple layers and then edit those individually. And I do use these tools probably every day. The ones I use the most are probably the Magic Grab tool and also the Magic Eraser. But there's another feature that I'd seen before and just ignored really, and that is called Style Match. It lets you transform the style of pretty much any image. That includes using Canva graphics, imported images, photos, and even your own doodles or artwork. Some of the styles that I've found useful so far are the etching, doodle, line art and sketch features, but there are other ones that are great too, like watercolor and scrapbook, which is really fun. In a moment I'll show you how some of those work. So one thing you can do with this, which is quite fun, is actually import your own artwork or doodles, and then you can transform them, turning your image into line art or using watercolor or using any of these features. And the good thing is these do not have to be good. In a second I'll just show you some very rough, badly drawn doodles that I did. If you take a little bit more time over it, you'll get a better result. The ones that I did, the lines weren't very clear, it was just very like a scribble, so therefore when it turned into line art that wasn't very accurate. But if you spend a little bit more time over it, you would be able to get a much more decent result. However, it did come out well with things like watercolor and some of the other effects. So even if you can't draw, it is possible to generate quite a good result. It's also a way to add a human element and your own style to your work, and sometimes create unique things that an AI wouldn't necessarily come up with. I don't know if you've ever had an idea in your head and no matter what you do as far as prompting, it just doesn't come out the way that you wanted it to. Well, this is a way that you could bypass that to actually just do a doodle, something that you're trying to put across, and see if you can generate a better result that way. You don't have to use Canva to use that method. You could also just create your doodles and upload them to ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever program that you use and ask them to adapt the image. But this is just a really quick way of doing that. So I'll show you some of the doodles that I did and some of those results now. If you don't want to draw, you can use absolutely any image at all. You just need to choose your artwork, go to Edit, and then in the side column you'll be able to find Style Match. These are a few of the different options. This is line art here, and there is only one downside I would say to the line art and the doodle feature, and that is that they don't have a background. So if you take another piece of clip art such as this one here and then you turn it into line art, you won't be able to layer them on top of each other, so that's not so great when you're trying to create colouring pages. But aside from that, it does work really well. This one is in the style of sketch, and this is the 3D art one, and that's watercolour again. So you can upload absolutely any image, like I said, even photos. So another thing you can do is change entire designs. So this was a design that I had. You can use it also to create line art. So if you were wanting to create a colouring page out of some of the designs that you already had, you could do that. Some aren't that suitable because this design is quite complicated, so it's perhaps not best for a colouring page, but some of the other styles work really well with this, such as the watercolour, a sketch, or even things like 3D art. So it's just worthwhile just playing around with it and seeing what happens. I really like the 3D art version. So you could also try using some of your colouring pages. This is the 3D art version, so it hasn't managed to fill in all of the elements. Sometimes it does just completely change the initial input. So like I said, it is hit and miss. This one is much better. This one is already a watercolour image, so let's see how it copes with line art. This one has worked pretty well. This is Doodle. So with Doodle, the lines are a lot thicker. So I think I prefer the line art version if you were going to use it for a colouring page. This is Etching, which is really nice. And this is a 3D art one. I'm just going to try line art, just outline of a dog, which is good. Let's try cartoon. It looks kind of like Scooby-Doo. Let's try watercolour. This is a watercolour version. But this is a way that you could repurpose other designs that you happen to have. So it may be that you can go back and use them for something else. So this was like an octopus alien type design, and I've just tried the 3D art with this, and okay, so that's not ideal. This is a watercolour effect, which is nice. I think watercolour is one of my favourite effects. This is Scrapbook. I really like this design. It completely transforms some of the designs that you might already have. It's just a really fun to play around with. Let's have a look with this one. I love this effect. And this is the watercolour version. So you could create multiple different designs from the same just initial base design and have really quite different results. And if you're creating the original doodles yourself, it does add more of a human, slightly more unique starting point in comparison to just generating everything directly with AI. Some styles work better than others depending on the image. The line art and doodle art styles in particular have been really useful for me so far, and they can be a big time saver. But for me also, it does feel like a nice middle ground that you can start with your own ideas first. If you're creating books, printables, or anything visual, this is definitely a feature that's worth experimenting with. One other thing I'd say is don't just test this once and decide whether it works or not. I think the result can vary quite a lot depending on the original image. If you have a very complex image, then that may not work so well as a colouring page, but it might do really well using another filter. Let me know in the comments if there are any other Canva AI tools that you really like using and maybe that other people may have missed. And also any recommendations for different AI tools that you're actually personally using, because the main ones that I've really used are Midjourney, Ideogram, ChatGPT. I do use Nano Banana a fair amount now to create the initial images. I don't really create the AI image itself within Canva. I'm just using tools like Style Match to actually adapt them after the fact. If you're new to this channel, I mainly talk about publishing low and medium content books. If you're interested in that kind of thing, please do consider subscribing. I also write more about low content and making money online in general on Substack, and I will be posting more on there in the future, so if you'd like to follow along, I will leave a link in the description of this video. But I will leave it there for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you again very soon.